Welcome to this video. I know a lot of you guys discovered this channel through my 10 things I don't buy as a minimalist video, and I'm so grateful and so stoked to see how quickly this channel has grown since then. If this is your first time seeing me, I'm Sean Lai. I empower young adults to dominate the personal finances based on their values. So if that interests you, hit that sub, notification bell, and give this video a like. I'm gonna go grab some water, sit down, and share 5 of my favorite purchases I've made in my 20s, so let's go. I try my best to combat the consumption of products because it not only benefits me financially, but is also better for the environment to own and purchase fewer things. However, these 5 items I wanted to share with you all have increased the quality of my life by saving time, bettering my experience, or simply providing immense joy. One of my most favorite purchases I've made has been a recent buy, and it's a used PC. Before buying this PC, I had a Lenovo Yoga 2 laptop, which I used for all 4 years of college, and then a year after college, which I literally did everything on. I played video games on it, I edited videos, which would take forever to render and export. It was nuts. And after discussing with a couple coworkers of mine who are super into customizing their own PCs, they pointed out really great reasons for me to have an upgrade. One was primarily that I don't need a laptop to be transportable because I mostly just sit down in one area and do everything there. So I don't necessarily need a laptop to move upstairs onto the couch or anything like that. While the convenience of that is pretty nice, I personally don't need it. So after discussing several specs with my coworkers, such as memory capacity, what kind of CPU and GPU to look for, I found several used PCs on Facebook Marketplace and brought my coworkers these different options that I had and compared the different hardwares within the PCs. I eventually found a PC and purchased it for several $100s, which I personally think was a steal. I basically do everything on my PC, and it has tremendously saved me so much more time. On my laptop, it would take an hour or several hours to export a video, and now it takes a couple minutes. It's honestly a game changer. Plus, I can put out more content for you guys. It has also improved the quality of my gaming experience. I no longer have to revert everything to the lowest qualities just to have it run, which is a nice perk. But if you are someone who likes to move around a lot, to go to different coffee shops or different places in your house, then a PC might not be ideal for you because it's usually going to be stationary. But for me, my PC, one of my favorite purchases. I know a couple of you guys out there have asked how I produce my videos, and in the next couple of weeks, I'm gonna do a behind the scenes on how I create my YouTube videos from beginning to the end, so be sure to sub for those. Alright, I'm gonna change locations. The next favorite purchase I've made is my mobile phone charger. Give me 1 second. It's this guy. This is something that I don't use very frequently, but has been a lifesaver when I go abroad, when traveling, or even hiking locally. In those kind of situations, you don't necessarily always have access to an outlet to charge your phone, and having this be able to charge my phone several times over has been massive. If you're not at home or work and have access to an outlet all the time, having a mobile phone charger will let you charge your phone whenever you want. A few times when I go traveling, I sometimes forget to charge my phone, or I simply just don't have access to an outlet to charge my phone. So having a mobile phone charger is massive and has allowed me to have my phone on me, charged, and ready to be used whenever I need it. When I was out traveling with a couple friends in this new city that I've never been to, one of the most craziest and terrifying experiences I've had involved my phone dying. I was in a new city with a couple friends. We were bar hopping and going to different bars, and somehow we managed to split apart and end up at different bars. And I looked at my phone trying to meet up with my friends and realized I had like 10% battery, which for newer phones is basically like 2%. So I knew my phone was going to die very quickly. I literally asked my friend what bar they were at, and they told me, and I knew the name, that was it, and then my phone died. So I didn't have Google Maps or anything available, and I literally just walked up to someone on the street, asked them what direction this bar was at. They told me, and I I walked that direction and just kept walking. And thankfully, my friend was at that intersection, knew my phone was dying, so he literally just stood there waiting for me to come. And we reunited. We were able to get back home safely, and everything worked out in the end. But honestly, that made me realize how dependent I am on my phone for those type of situations. One of my next favorite purchases is wireless headphones. And I actually have 3, but before you go in the comments and go off on me, let me explain. Previously, after going to the gym with wired headphones that had wires going from my ear down to my pocket where I had my phone, it just wasn't a great experience. The cord would always get in the way of things, and I decided it was time for an upgrade. So I got these wireless headphones on Amazon. These are OTM wireless headphones for like, I think $20, $25, something around there. And these were awesome. I would just put these on, have no wire going over my chest, and when I did dumbbell incline bench presses, then they wouldn't get in the way, or any other presses for that matter. And they just made my experience working out so much better. I was able to listen to music and have a good workout. So these are the only wireless headphones I've actually bought in, but this past Christmas, my sister actually gifted me Apple AirPods. And honestly, these are something that I would never have considered buying myself until I got them. It comes in this charging case where you put your AirPods in and automatically starts charging your AirPods. These things are by no means inexpensive, but there are many benefits to them. The design of the AirPods are very sleek, and you just put them on and there's no cords going in between. Whereas in my old wireless headphones, you'd have the cord going in the back behind it, so touching your neck. But these are just very simple, very clean. Just have them in your ear and that's it. No cords, no nothing. And when I first got these, looking at myself in the mirror, I thought I looked really weird. Looking at it face on, it looks very alien-like. Looking at it from the side, it looks pretty okay. Because these have gotten so popular, I've gotten used to seeing so many people at my gym wearing these. And honestly, it's a game changer. But would I spend $150 on these? That's hard to say. I'd first consider the alternatives because there are a lot of like AirPod knockoffs that still serve the same purpose, having that wireless headset design with no cords, but I'd really have to look at the reviews further to make a decision. And lastly, I own another wireless headset, and these are the Bose noise canceling headphones. But the thing about these is that I didn't actually buy them. So I know they can go up to like $300, but my workplace just recently moved to an open floor plan from everyone having their own like cubicles, offices, to make collaboration more accessible. And my boss's boss's boss knew that it could get pretty noisy in there, so he gifted us all Bose noise canceling headphones. And these are really cool. Once you put them on, everything goes quiet. It's a really weird feeling that you have to get used to, but noise canceling makes you really focus and in the zone while you work. So I actually leave these at work and use them when I need to concentrate and when things are getting a bit rowdy. And I'll wear them when I'm walking between buildings, which takes a couple minutes, and I just like to enjoy listening to music. So my first wireless headsets, the OTM headsets, I don't really wear anymore. The AirPods I wear for workouts, and then my Bose noise canceling headphones I wear during work. And back in the day when I was frugal, I probably would have never dropped any money on AirPods or Bose noise canceling headphones, but the quality, at least for the AirPods, is just so massive that I would consider it nowadays. For those of you who know me pretty well, you know that I love playing board games. I think they are mentally stimulating, brings people together, and it's a cheap alternative to going out to bars all the time. So me and my roommates will host a board game night maybe once a month, and we've collected a decent library of board games to choose from. We've got games such as Settlers of Catan, Resistance, Codenames, One Night Ultimate Werewolf, and many other games. And if you know of any other games that you don't see here that you would recommend, please leave a comment down below because I'm always looking for new and exciting games. And last but not least, one of my favorite purchases ever I made in my 20s is buying a plane ticket to Southeast Asia. I did a whole 1+ month backpacking trip through Southeast Asia, went along the northern part of Thailand, Bali in Indonesia, and then the Philippines. And this was something I did right after graduating college in 2018, because no other time do you really have an opportunity to make a long backpacking trip unless you are in between jobs or retired. So definitely taking advantage of the time we had, I booked these flights to Southeast Asia with a couple of friends and had a blast. Eating delicious food, learning about other cultures, and discovering different ways of life, and has really changed my perspective on life. Now, I don't want to get into like the traveling has changed my life, has made me a man of culture, all of that, but it has. Nah, but seriously, it's just really awesome to just experience new things every single day. And if you have that opportunity, I would definitely recommend you travel. And it doesn't necessarily have to be abroad. You can just travel locally within your own country, because I promise you, you probably haven't seen the different cities within your own country. I mean, just in the United States alone, the East Coast is very different from the West Coast, which is very different from the South and the Midwest states. You can have all of these people living in one country, but each city has their own unique culture. And if you think traveling is too expensive, there are many different ways where you can lower the cost. One of which, traveling locally. Another which is credit card sign-up bonuses, where you can get travel credit cards, meet the minimum spend, and get several $100s worth of travel points, which is enough to cover a round-trip ticket to many places. Those are some of my favorite purchases I've made in my 20s. If you yourself have awesome or smart purchases you've made, leave a comment down below and share with other people. Go ahead and give this video a like and hit that sub button if you haven't already. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.